Welcome to Learn English Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Learn English Podcast. I am Olivia.
And I am Mark. Come on in. Welcome to our living room. If you have a cup of coffee or some tea, sit down with us. We are so happy you are here today.
Yes, we really are. Let's just take a nice, deep breath together. Today, we are talking about a feeling that honestly can be really frustrating.
Very frustrating.
Maybe this has happened to you. You are sitting on your sofa. You are watching a movie in English on Netflix, or you are listening to a podcast, and you understand it. You understand the story, you understand the jokes.
You feel really good. You think, wow, my English is getting so good.
Exactly. But then, the next day, you go to work, or you go to a coffee shop, and someone speaks to you in English. You understand their question perfectly, but when you try to answer, nothing happens.
The words just get stuck.
Yes, they get stuck in your throat. You know the words, they are in your head, but you just can't say them out loud, and you feel trapped.
You feel like your brain is full, but your mouth is empty.
If that sounds familiar, please listen to us right now. You are not alone. This is actually the most common problem for English learners. Your English is not broken. You are just standing in front of a wall. And today, we are going to help you climb over that wall.
You know, when we talk about this, I always think about my own experience because I know exactly how this feels.
Yeah, you had this exact problem, right?
I really did. When I was learning French, I was obsessed with listening. I listened to French radio every single day on my way to work. I watched French YouTube videos, and honestly, my listening skills were great. I could understand almost everything.
You probably felt really confident.
I did. I felt so smart. But then I went to a party, and there was a guy from Paris there. My friend introduced us, and the guy started talking to me in French. He was asking me about my job and what I like to do.
And you understood him?
Perfectly. I understood every single word. But when it was my turn to speak, Olivia, it was a disaster.
Oh no, what happened?
My brain just froze. I knew the French words for I am a teacher and I like to read. I knew them, but my mouth just wouldn't move. I started sweating. I was translating everything in my head, and it was taking too long. So do you know what I did?
What did you do?
I just smiled, nodded my head, and said, oui. Just yes, yes, to everything, even when it wasn't a yes or no question. I just wanted to run away.
Oh, Mark, I know that feeling. It feels so embarrassing in the moment.
It really does. I went home that night and I felt so angry with myself. I thought, why am I so stupid? I know these words.
And to our listeners, maybe you have felt that exact same anger. Maybe you leave a conversation and think, why couldn't I just say it? You feel like you have a secret identity. Inside, you're smart and funny, but outside, in English, you feel silent.
But listen to me. You are not stupid. There is a very real scientific reason why this happens, and it is completely normal.
So let's talk about why this happens. Why can you understand 1,000 words, but you can only speak 100?
Right. It feels like a mystery, but actually, it's about how the brain works. You have two different kinds of vocabulary, passive and active.
Passive and active. Let's explain that simply. Think about a beautiful song on the radio. When you hear it, you know the melody. You understand the emotion. You can tap your foot to the music. That is passive.
But if I give you a guitar and ask you to play that song, can you do it?
Exactly. No, I can't, because playing the guitar requires muscle memory. It is active.
That is exactly what happens with English. Listening is passive. Your ears do the work. The other person is giving you the information, and your brain just receives it.
But speaking is a sport. When you speak, you have to build the sentence yourself. You have to find the word, put it in the right order, and then you have to physically move your tongue and your lips to make a sound. It's a lot of work.
It is. Watching a football game on TV is easy. You understand the rules. But going on the field and playing football, that takes practice. Many learners spend 90% of their time watching the game, reading, listening, watching Netflix.
And that's totally fine. Listening is great. But when you spend all your time listening, your listening brain gets very strong and your speaking mouth stays very weak.
And then there's the translation trap. This is a huge problem.
Oh, yes, the translation trap. This is when you hear English, you change it to your native language in your head, then you create your answer in your native language, and then you try to translate it back to English.
And while you're doing all that, the other person is just staring at you, and that makes you feel so nervous.
Right, the pressure goes up, and when your stress goes up, your brain shuts down. It literally blocks the words. You feel a panic inside. You think, I'm taking too long. They think I'm slow.
But honestly, people don't think you're slow. They're just waiting. The pressure is mostly in your own head.
It is. And carrying that pressure every time you speak, it makes you tired. You start to avoid speaking. You hide in the back of the room. But you don't have to hide anymore.
So, how do we fix this? How do we turn our listening skills into speaking skills?
Listen carefully right now, because this is the moment everything changes. You need to change how you see fluency.
Most people think, if I just memorize more vocabulary, I will finally be able to speak.
But that is a trap. You don't need more words right now. You already have enough words inside you. You really do.
Think about this. You can understand me right now, right? That means the words are already in your brain.
Exactly. Understanding English is like having a map of a city. Speaking English is driving the car. Fluency is not about collecting more maps. Fluency is about getting in the car and driving. Fluency means there is no wall between your thoughts and your mouth.
Wow, I love that. Fluency means there is no wall.
You do not need to be a dictionary. You just need to wake up the words that are already sleeping in your brain. You need to bring them to your mouth. And that is actually really exciting.
It is exciting because it means you're closer than you think. You already did the hard work of understanding. Now, we just need to build the bridge.
So, how do we build that bridge? Let's give you some really practical steps. Things you can do today in your own house.
Next, step 1. Read out loud. This sounds too simple, I know, but it is actually a superpower.
It really is. Why does it work, Mark?
Well, when you read silently, only your eyes and your brain are working. But when you read out loud, you're forcing your mouth to join the team. Your lips, your tongue, your throat, they're making English sounds.
Yes, it builds muscle memory. You're teaching your mouth how to feel comfortable with English words. So, how do we practice this?
Find a short article or a book you like, even just an Instagram post in English, and spend just 5 minutes reading it out loud. Don't worry about perfect pronunciation. Just get the words out of your mouth. For example, instead of reading this silently, "The weather is beautiful today." Say it loud. Let your ears hear your own voice.
I love that. Let your ears hear your own voice. Okay, step 2. This one is famous one. Use the shadowing technique.
Shadowing is amazing. It totally changed my French.
So, shadowing is when you listen to a native speaker and you repeat what they say, almost at the exact same time, like a shadow.
Right, you're copying them. You copy their words, their rhythm, their emotion. It stops you from thinking too much because you don't have time to translate. You just hear and speak.
How can our listeners practice this today?
You can do it right now with this podcast. When I say a sentence, pause the audio and say it exactly how I said it. Or go to YouTube, find a short video, play one sentence, pause, repeat. Play the next sentence, pause, repeat. Do this for just 3 minutes a day. It connects your ears directly to your mouth.
That is such a powerful tool. All right, step 3. This is a good one. Stop collecting new words. Play with the old ones.
Wait, stop learning words?
Yes, just for a little while. If you understand English but can't speak, your passive vocabulary is huge. You don't need the word astonishing. You just need to comfortably say very surprising.
That is so true. We try to use big, complicated words to sound smart, and then we freeze.
Exactly. So your practice is this. Take a simple topic, like your favorite food. Try to talk about it for 1 minute using only simple words you already know. Don't look in the dictionary. If you forget a word, describe it. If you forget the word oven, just say the hot machine in the kitchen.
The hot machine in the kitchen. People will understand you perfectly. That is communication. That is winning.
It really is. And finally, step 4, the voice memo diary.
Oh, this one is great for people who feel shy.
Yes, when you are alone, take your phone, open the voice recording app, and just talk to yourself for 1 minute in English. Talk about what you did today. Talk about what you are going to eat for dinner. Today, I went to work. I drank a lot of coffee. Now I am tired.
Why does this work? Because there is no human in front of you. There's no pressure. You're practicing active speaking in a completely safe space.
And the best part? You can listen to it a month later, and you will actually hear how much you've improved. It builds so much self-confidence.
So remember, read out loud. Try shadowing. Use simple words you already know, and talk to your phone. If you do these small things, the wall between your brain and your mouth will start to break down.
All right, we have given you the tools. Now, we want to start building that bridge with you, right now.
Yes, we are going to do a little speaking practice. Don't just listen to us. We want you to actively participate.
If you are driving or washing dishes, just speak out loud. No one is judging you. You are in a safe place. I am going to say a sentence, and I want you to pause and say it out loud after me. Feel the words in your mouth.
Ready? Let's go. I already know enough words.
Great. Now this one. Say it with confidence. I am ready to speak.
Perfect. Next one. My voice matters.
Beautiful. Let's do another one. I don't need perfection. I just need connection.
And one last time, nice and clear. Today, I will practice my English.
Wow. Take a deep breath. You just did it. You moved the words from your brain to your mouth. How did that feel?
You sound fantastic. And the more you do this, the easier it will feel.
All right, we are almost out of time for today's episode. But before we say goodbye, I want you to really remember something.
Learning English is a journey. It is not a race. You do not have to be perfect tomorrow.
There will be days when the words come easily, and there will be days when you feel stuck again. That's completely normal. Even native speakers forget words. Please, be kind to yourself.
Celebrate the small wins. If you speak for just 10 seconds today, that's a win. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Consistency always wins.
You have spent so much time listening. You've done the hard work of understanding. Now it's time to let the world hear you. You are ready.
Keep practicing. Keep showing up. Because if you keep going, one day you will wake up and English will simply be your voice.
Thank you so much for letting us into your day, and thank you for trusting the Learn English podcast. We are so proud of you. Have a beautiful day and keep speaking. Bye, everyone.
See you next time.